I met Jesus, I had very little sense of direction. It was a very kind of float in the waters. There was no current that was taking me where I needed to go. I just remember that God wanted me on Sundays, and that He was somebody that kind of ruled my parents' lives, but that was pretty much it. I remember getting angry at God. I was like, God, why do you have to exist? If you didn't exist, then I could sleep in on Sundays and I wouldn't have to hear my parents, rant on about you all the time. And I took other people's need for a God at the expense of my own want to sleep in on Sunday, which sounds silly to me now. That just continued for most of my life, and of course I did the stereotypical say the magic prayer at 6 years old at a VBS, and at around, I would say 2019, 2020, as I entered a bigger era of my life with new people coming in, new influences with their ideas. People would bring their ideas and I would bring mine, and my idea was, well, I'm a Christian. And I didn't really know what that meant. And then I started coming to youth, and youth gave me a big picture. This is what God is. This is who God looks like. And at first it was new, because the only God I'd ever seen was, I want something from you. And it wasn't very welcoming at first. And that's how it is for a lot of people. But then God started to speak to me, and I started to say things that I didn't know I was saying to people who I barely even knew. And so then I started to understand. I was like, oh, this is new. This is different. This isn't what I thought God was. And so I came to know Christ, or when I met Jesus, He had done my life in a 180 through perspectives, through speech, through thoughts and actions. All these things were changing only for the better. Now, I try my best to come to church as much as I can. I try and invite people, however that may look like, whatever group that is. I try and have Jesus consume all of my thoughts and actions, although, I'm a sinner, and I know that, and I continue to mess up, and I'll never be perfect, but I believe in a God who is.